Hello BAPIA members, my name is Jade of Massimo Media and I am part of Team BAPIA. My job within the team is to manage all of the social media and the sort of content side of things when it comes to the website as well, so the news posts and that sort of thing. And with our brand new website, we wanted to continue to bring you all of the brilliant webinars and balloon training that we have done, but also to help you out on the marketing side of things and bring you some more marketing tips. So that's what I'm going to be doing, is a couple of times a month I'm going to be sharing some quick and easy to digest marketing videos with some tips for you. So if there's anything that you'd like to learn about ways to market your business and sort of upsell and get more sales through social media and online marketing, definitely let us know in the BAPIA members only Facebook group. Just leave us a comment because we'll be looking out and kind of using you guys as a guide for the type of content that we want to produce. So for today's video, I thought that I would just start with a frequently asked questions social media video. We have done a post on this before many moons ago and I will reshare it to the new website. And what I'll try to do is link below any of the BAPIA news posts that I mention, any resources that I mention. Sue's done some webinars which are really handy and linked to what I'm going to talk about. So I'll link those below. If I can't link them below, then I'll post something to do with this video in the Facebook group and I'll link it there below. So if it's not below, check the Facebook group. The Facebook group will be linked. I'm going to try and keep this video, all of these videos, I think we're going to keep them around 10 minutes just so they're nice and digestible, like I said. And with each one, I'll try and do a corresponding BAPIA news post as well, so that you can kind of go back and refresh it without necessarily having to watch the whole video. Frequently asked question number one, what should I post? I feel like that's the first thing that we think when we think about social media marketing and starting a new campaign. So it's always handy to keep your main goal in mind. And for a lot of you, I would imagine the main goal is to grow your balloon and party business. So when you sit down and you're thinking about what to post on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook, that's the first thing that you want to keep in mind, is your main goal is to grow your business. And to that end, you can think, what sort of post would help me grow my business? Well, of course, you all do beautiful work. So sharing that work would be the number one thing that I would say. Photos and videos of your beautiful balloon and party work and the services and products that you offer is definitely the number one go-to. And from there, you can sort of think of what other things you want to tell people about your business, what's going to drive your business. So perhaps if you've got any promotions and offers going on, if there's anything interesting, maybe you've bought some new equipment or you're doing some online training to learn a new skill, which down the line your customers are going to find exciting. We've got Mother's Day coming up as this video goes out, and throughout the year there's lots of different events that you want to let people know what you're doing. So that sort of thing, upselling your product or service, is definitely one of the number one things that you want to do. And then also you want to share content that is interesting to the customer on a personal level, content so that they don't just feel like you're selling, because sometimes if you only ever share your work, it can feel like an advert and people sort of tune out. So it's nice every now and then just to throw in something a little bit exciting. And it doesn't mean that it has to be something away from your business. It can still be to do with your business, but the main message doesn't necessarily need to be spend money with me on these posts. So it can be a time lapse of you doing a beautiful installation or a beautiful design just because it's visually pleasing to people. It can be some behind the scenes information that people might not know, because you've got to remember that a lot of your target audience, that's the people you're trying to reach, in this case potential customers, aren't necessarily part of the business. They might not know the tips and the tricks and what goes into creating your beautiful designs. So that's always a really interesting bit of content, which still links back to the business, but also isn't just about selling. And we have done BAPIA news posts about this before, so I'll link those below. A content calendar is always a really good place to start as well, because what you'll do is sort of map out all of the big events that are coming up, like I said, Mother's Day, Easter, Valentine's Day, all those events. You'll put them on the content calendar and that will instantly give you things to talk about. And again, it doesn't just have to be about your business. It can be sharing nice quotes and sayings and well wishes. It could just be a good morning post, something like that. Anything that makes people feel happy and want to see more of your content, that's the sort of thing you should be posting. The second frequently asked question is, how on earth do I find the time to post on social media around actually running my business? And I completely understand that it can feel like when you're online, you're seeing lots of content and people are sharing lots and it's going to take you hours and hours. But that's actually not true. Don't feel compelled to spend a long time on your social media. Number one, the direction of social media is actually moving towards more on-the-go content now, which is great because it means that you don't necessarily have to spend lots of time setting up a picture or lots of time creating a post online. There are lots of ways, for instance, Instagram stories, where you can just take videos and little clips, 15 seconds max they are, on the go. And if you use a content calendar, then you've got the sort of thing you want to capture in mind. For instance, you know that you want to talk about Mother's Day. You keep that in mind, and then as you're going along creating your beautiful Mother's Day designs, you can just take a quick video or a quick picture of them, and that's your content. So you can really work it organically into your everyday if you just have a plan and a little to-do list to kind of tick them off. The second thing I would say is the very nature of your work as a balloon and party artist is that it's beautiful, it's visual, it's perfect for sharing across social media. So it's just a case of making the mental note throughout your working week to snap a quick picture. And we do have some news posts with tips about how to get good pictures. But honestly, even rough pictures, it's better to kind of show your work than show nothing at all. And with the likes of Instagram stories and Facebook stories, people are used to the sort of on-the-go content, so they're not expecting professional pictures. It's more, people sort of like to see the realism and the behind the scenes, especially now. And the other thing is that as part of the new website, we are uploading some downloadable materials that you can share on your social media. So there's some nice graphics and things on there that you can just download and share straight away. You can always share our Facebook posts. We've got lots of Facebook posts which talk about the beauty of balloon and party artists, and they would be great for you guys to share, just a click of a button. And there's also apps like Regrammer for Instagram, which is a free app that lets you save people's Instagram posts, and then you can share them. So you can do that with our Instagram as well, but often the things that we post on Instagram that are good for sharing for you guys are also on Facebook, where it's easy to share them across. So don't feel overwhelmed. Look at your diary, see if you can set aside, if you've got 10 minutes a week, 10 minutes a week, that's enough to take plenty of pictures and create enough content, or just to download things from our website and make a mental note to share them. So don't feel overwhelmed, do what you can, and the more you do it, the easier it will come, the easier the ideas will come. I find that trying to get all of my content on one point of the week sometimes is helpful as well. If I just set aside half an hour and I say, this is my half an hour, I'm going to get all my pictures, and then I'll send them out throughout the week. But you might find the complete opposite, that it's easier just to snap pictures on the go as you create things for customers, and then you've got a little log ready to roll them out throughout the next week. How often should I post is another frequently asked question. This one is a little bit more technical because it's different amounts of time for each platform. And then within that, it's really going to depend on you and your customers and your sort of your target audience, again, the people you're trying to reach. I would say, just to give you the quick answer, because we will break this down and go into this as we do more of these webinars, and we'll go into each platform. But as a general rule, I would say think about the lifestyle of your target audience. So if you know that your customers tend to be parents, and maybe they have more downtime in the evening after they've put their kids to bed, that's when they're likely to be on Facebook and Instagram. That's probably when you want to be posting and want your post to show up, because a lot of these platforms are chronological. So if you've posted earlier in the day, by the time someone gets to it in the evening, it's going to have been pushed down by all the other new posts that have come in. It's not always that way. Sometimes it depends on who interacts with your content more. And again, I'll go into that more as we do more of these series. But for now, I would think about what time that people are online. And I would just start with, as long as you've got something interesting and relevant to say and to share, then start with that. Don't feel compelled to post 3 times a day if you don't have a new design to share 3 times a day, or some new behind the scenes. I definitely think that quality over quantity is where we're at with social media now, because the algorithms, which are the sort of computer programs which decide which posts to show to which followers, they very much like to see, oh, Susie, for example, always likes Jenny Balloon's posts, so I'm always going to show Susie Jenny Balloon's post. Whereas if Jenny Balloon's posts too many times a day and Susie sort of gets a bit bored and stops liking all of the posts, then they're not going to show up in Susie's feed anymore. So it's more about quality and sharing things that are really interesting and engaging to your customers, or beautiful, that they're going to want to click on and like and share. That's what's going to lead to you getting more business at the end of the day, not posting the same thing 10 times a day. Hopefully that's given you some food for thought when it comes to starting or revamping your social media marketing campaign for your balloon and party business. If there are any questions that you've got that we didn't cover in this video, definitely let us know in the Facebook group and I will make more videos elaborating on this. There's a lot more frequently asked questions that I can cover, but I don't want to make the video too long. So check out the news post that we've shared covering this, because there's a few more questions in that. And as I say, we'll continue to build on it. And in the meantime, check out the new website, have a look around, enjoy the new toolkit. If there's anything you'd like to see again, let us know in the group. That's the place to have the discussion. And yeah, there's other webinars on there now, some balloon training from not only BAPIA's own like Sue Bowler, there's also some friends of BAPIA who've done some training, and Sue, our creative director, has shared other marketing videos on here as well. There's a really great video on how to use Canva, which is a graphic design platform where you can make all of the cool like posters and wordy graphics that you might have seen on Facebook and Instagram. So he's got a great webinar showing you how to use those. So I'll make sure we get those uploaded and have a look around. Like I said, read the news posts and let us know what you think. Thank you.